Hi folks, welcome to another edition of Ferrum Wrestling 411. With me today is our new wrestling assistant coach, Brandon Bradley. Brandon, welcome to Ferrum.
Thank you.
How are things going so far?
It's going good. It's going smooth. I've been here for about 24 hours, so I'm liking it so far.
Still got a little jet lag then, probably,
a little bit. I'm still living out of the car right now. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's always exciting when you get in that first full-time position and everything. You've been up at another school up in Wisconsin for a couple of years. We'll get to that in a minute. Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself first?
Okay, I was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. I went to Henrico High School. I was a state runner-up while competing in high school. Then I went down to North Carolina and wrestled at Division II UNC Pembroke. Then these past 3 years, I've been the graduate assistant and assistant coach at the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Okay. Before moving down here.
Whitewater just had a great season this year as well. You guys had a couple of All-Americans. You guys finished third overall in the NCAA Division III tournament.
We did. We finished third. We took 8 guys to the tournament, and we had 6 All-Americans. So we had some key matches that we could have gone either way, but overall it was a great tournament for the team.
Okay. What was your highest place finisher this year?
Our 133-pounder, Grant Sutter, he was a national runner-up.
Nice. So. Made it to the finals. Have a tight match in the finals?
He did. He didn't open up as much as he should have, but that's how it goes. You got to be on in the national finals.
Okay. Yeah, you know what that's like and everything. So, talk a little bit about your college experience. You were at Division II, UNC Pembroke and everything.
Yes, sir.
I know coming out of Monacan is not Monacan. The high school you said you went to.
Henrico.
Is a AAA school,
yes.
Correct? So it's one of the bigger schools in the state of Virginia.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about going from there into the college ranks.
Kind of high school and college was completely different. In high school, when you're a senior and you're kind of the man, but once I went down to North Carolina, it showed I was still a little boy. I had to learn. I had a redshirt year down there. We got a new coach my redshirt freshman year, so the culture changed, and I was a 4-year starter for him, and then I got my degree in exercise sports science, so it was the best fit for me during that time.
It's funny how when you go to college, you were the man in high school, and you get to college, and everyone's the man.
Everyone's the man. In high school, you go, and it's maybe 22 kids on your team. In college, there's 40 or 50 state placers or state champs, so you just got to stick through it and fight your battles, and then just work hard to become the man.
Yeah, there's very few easy matches. And I know in high school it seems as though you come up with 12, 14, 15 pins your senior year. You go to college and you're lucky if you get 1 or 2 your freshman year.
Sometimes in high school your hardest opponent is making weight.
Yeah.
But in college your toughest opponent you'll ever compete against are the guys in your practice room, your teammates.
Yeah. I always noticed in wrestling in high school and college and coaching that the biggest difference seemed to be the intensity. You get there and it's like, your most intense day that you've ever had in a high school practice room, that's the way it is every single practice in college. The most intense matches you've ever had, it seems like every match is like that. It's like a desperation match for everyone.
Definitely. I would think, in high school you have your 2 or 3 studs and they usually go with each other, but if they want an off day, they can go with the younger guy or JV guy. But in college, there's only 10 weight classes, so everybody is trying to compete for that spot, so the intensity's up and the will to win is even greater in college because you just want to be the guy and put on that singlet and represent your school every weekend.
All right. Well, we're really excited about Ferrum. I'm strapping on the singlets next year for the first time officially.
Okay.
We just got through our first season as a club this year. Pretty successful. Had a couple guys win some tournaments and I think showed some good promise. Coach Yetzer's got a number of athletes coming back and a number coming in for next year. What are you guys' thoughts moving forward into your first season as a varsity program here?
Our thoughts are hit the ground running. We don't want to take a back seat just because we're a first-year program. We want our guys to believe that they can be All-Americans, national champs the first year. We have the same resources that other schools across the country have, so why can't we be a top 10 team this year? That's our mindset, that's our goal, and that's what we want to work towards every day is giving kids higher goals.
Well, we're sitting inside right now the Hank Norton Fieldhouse, which is directly across the way from the Hank Norton Athletic Center. And the Fieldhouse here, you've got your coaches' offices, this big meeting room that we're in right here. You've got the locker room downstairs for the athletes, a brand new wrestling room, which was converted from the old Ferrum College football locker room. You've been inside that. You've had a chance to check that out?
Yes, I have. It's unbelievable that Ferrum College has a standalone wrestling facility. Most college programs, they usually have to roll out the mat or they have a wrestling room, but it's only wrestling half a year. This building, we have wrestling all year. and our weight room is right across, so the guys can kind of get away and just focus on what they need to do to become champions, and they won't be distracted by other teams.
So facilities-wise, you think it'll be a good recruiting and good preparation area for you?
I think it is. I mean, any kid that wants to come to college and wrestle, I think this is a facility for them. They don't have the distractions, and we have a brand new wrestling room. We have 4 walls, and there's no names on the wall. So a huge recruiting tool is who wants to be that first kid to put their name on the wall.
Sure.
That's our vision. What kid wants to put their name on the wall? Somebody's gonna get their name on the wall. Who's it gonna be?
Mm-hmm. So the wrestling room is a practice facility only. You'll actually have your competitions over at Swartz Gym, which is just across the street. So we'll have to carry our perforated mats, the 7-piece competition mat, over there. That's a different mat than what we have down on the actual surface of the wrestling room. That'll just stay there and everything. So we think it's going to be a pretty good situation. There's a couple of sports that share Swartz Gymnasium, men's and women's basketball and volleyball, but it should be a real good, real nice facility. It's a smaller gym. It's not one of these, like 10,000 seat stadiums. And I think our gym holds about 1,200, maybe 1,000 students. So, and I really think that that the students will come out and support the wrestling teams. The students here at Ferrum have been very supportive on coming out and watching the basketball teams, the baseball, softball, all our different athletes. And I think we're real excited about seeing what type of crowds we'll get, especially for that first match at home.
Definitely, and I think with the type of style that Coach Yetzer and myself are going to preach is just we're going to get fans because we want exciting wrestling. We don't want boring wrestling. We want guys to go after pins and go after scores. So I think if we can pack that place and have the students right up close on the mat, we're going to give them their money's worth.
Right. Well, as it turns out, looks like Coach Yetzer gave me a copy of the schedule and everything. You guys start off the season November 2nd at the Virginia Beach Nationals. Then you go November 9th to the Pembroke Classic, back into your stomping grounds. Yeah. How will that be for you, taking another team into your alma mater's wrestling area?
It'll be exciting because I know I've competed in that tournament for probably 4 or 5 years, so I know the competition, but I think it's wide open. I think whatever team goes in there and believes that it's going to be a long day, it's going to be a lot of matches, but if they have the will to battle for 7 minutes each match, I think our team is going to do very well at that tournament. And they're going to wrestle different divisions and get great competition.
Sure. We saw that this year. We went to the King Open, to this tournament here, the Petrofis Invitational. It seemed like we kind of had cross-divisional matches across the board last year. So it looks like November 13th, our first ever official dual meet at home, Washington Lee University. We're having a dual meet with them. They're about an hour and 45 minutes north of us up in Lexington, Virginia, historic area of the state and everything. So we're hoping to get a big crowd for that first match for you guys.
Definitely. I think that'll be a good one. I think that's where we can kind of start a rivalry between the in-state teams, and I know they're working to keep building and get better on their team, so I think it'll be good for our team and their team just to keep getting stronger.
Ferrum is the second Division III wrestling program in the state of Virginia. They've been the first one. They've been here for a number of years and everything. So, okay, November 16th, Ferrum is hosting its own Ferrum Open. Coach Yetzer tells me there'll be about 5 teams coming to that tournament, including us. So we're hoping to see that be something that takes off and we start to attract more names and more teams over the years. Later on, we've got the King College Open, same tournament we went to last year. Seemed like a real good tournament. December 6th and 7th, we go back up to the Petrofis Invitational, named after Jerry Petrofis, the coach up in that area for a long, long time. December 7th, the Turkey Bowl at Southern Virginia University. Okay. We went there last year as well. And then we take a break for Christmas break, come back, train, then we open up with, looks like a couple matches on the road, or tournaments on the road. And then we have UNC Pembroke in a dual meet on January 24th. So, and they're coming here to Ferrum, so that'll be real interesting to see how we do against a strong, they're always a ranked program, right?
They are. They're usually a top 10 to 15 program year in, year out. So it'll be a good test for our guys to obviously want to compete against a different division, but just to see what some national caliber wrestlers are and how they train and how they'll compete. It'll be good for our guys to keep battling.
Good test and see where you stand and everything going into the last month.
Definitely.
Okay. January ends out. We've got a dual meet with Mount St. Vincent up in Cincinnati. Then we've got the Pete Wilson Invitational in Wheaton, Illinois. So we're going to be doing some traveling. I guess you guys will be a little road weary at some point here.
It'll be good. It'll be good. That's probably one of the best things about our sport is just getting our guys on the road and getting them out. Because for our first year, we got to get our name out there. So it's no better way than going all over the country and competing with all these teams in Division III, Division II. So it's going to be good for our guys.
Okay. We open up February. Looks like we're going to have a dual meet at Ferrum versus St. Andrews Presbyterian. And then we've got another one. Spartansburg Methodist University is coming to town a couple days later. So looks as though February we've got quite a few home meets. Wheeling Jesuit is coming here. Apprentice School, which is a very, very strong program, competes in the National Wrestling Coaches Association. Very strong program from the other side of the state. They're coming here for a dual meet as well.
It'll be good. Just going over that schedule, I'm excited that we're getting usually 4 or 5 home events here. So if we can just sell the wrestling, sell the action, I think the fans will like it, the administration will like it, and our guys will love competing here on their home mat.
Well, one of the things that fans can look forward to next year is that we will be streaming all our matches, all our home events live. If it's possible for us to send a crew down to one of your away tournaments or dual meets, we might be able to even stream something away if the home school isn't streaming it already.
That'll be exciting.
Yep. NCO Nationals, end of February. We're taking a group out there, and then the East Regionals. We're not sure where that will be, but that's at the beginning of the March. And then March 14th through 15th, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, is where the NCAA Division III championships will be. Where were the championships that you were at this year?
It was in Iowa, Cedar Falls.
Iowa. Okay,
Yeah.
So they're going back to the same.
Yeah, they
same
usually
place.
rotate in Iowa 2
Okay.
years, and then they'll pick a new site.
Is it a pretty nice facility?
It was a different facility. It was in an ice arena.
Oh, okay.
So it was, they had the ice board all around, so fans and the wrestlers were right on top of each other. So it was exciting.
Okay. Good. It sounds like it was great. Talk a little bit about summer camp program. I know that Coach Yetzer has developed the wrestling camp program here, and you're going to have an integral part in that.
I am. We have 2 that we're really trying to focus on, 2 different types of camps. Our first is our boot camp, and then we also do commuter camps. We go out to different parts of the state and country and do a 1 or 2 day camp. So we're just trying to get our name out there and just let kids and let the wrestling community know that Ferrum College is here, and we're going to make a name for ourselves.
Okay, kicks off this weekend. You're at one of the boot camps is this weekend.
Where
are you guys at?
Our first one is actually, we're going back up to where I'm from, Richmond, Virginia, at Glen
Okay.
Allen. So that's exciting. Right now we have about 25, 30 kids, and we're looking to keep filling that. Registration is it's about to close, but there's still some more open spots. So
How do people find out about the camp? Where can they go online?
they can go on PantherWrestlingCamps.com, and all the information about this weekend's camp is there, but just the whole summer camp listing is there as
Okay.
well.
PantherWrestlingCamps.com.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Okay. Summer plans for you. What are your plans? I mean, I know you're planning to jump right in and help Coach Yetzer with whatever you can. You'll be involved with the recruiting process, getting things ready for next year, equipment. Any personal plans? You're still looking for housing and everything right now?
Looking for housing, but also just hitting the road with the camps and meeting the guys, meeting the new recruits and the returners, and just living the Ferrum life, just jumping in right away.
Living the dream.
Living the dream here at Ferrum.
Okay. Well, Brandon, listen, congratulations on being hired here.
Thank you
We're looking
very
forward
much.
to working with you. And I guess we'll have you back on another issue of Ferrum Wrestling 411 soon.
Thank you very much.
All right, great. Folks, we'll be back next month with another edition. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you.